Hello. I have no idea what happened there where we had no audio, but
I
no, you
think
got to see the graphics anyway.
you probably forgot to share it, I think.
Yeah, we all know what I'm like with the technology, but if you're out there, hello, welcome. Hi Ring, hi Crit, I see you there. Just a little bit Crit, but spoilers. But yeah, so that's a nice little segue in, and as Crit says, there may be participants taking bad substances at these games because this week we are going to the Olympics with Asterix, so this should be fun.
Of course, we are talking about a different era of the Olympics where nothing like this happens today. So
absolutely nothing like this happens today. No, it would be unthinkable.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear the sarcasm dripping?
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
Hello, cool. Ilya.
Hi, Ilya. We see you there. So here we are. We are at the Olympics, and
no.
Well, we're not at the Olympics.
Not quite yet. We are at our favourite little village. It's a little bit peaceful. Whereas now, but nearby at the Roman camp of Aquarium, there seems to be a bit of excitement.
Yeah, a little bit going on. I do. This one I like. They're all obviously very obvious what their references to, various deities, etc. I do love the "You'll never run alone" quip.
Yeah,
I like this one.
I'll have to any Liverpool football club fans in there. You can have you can have that one on us.
Yeah, not usually a Liverpool fan, but you can have that one.
Yeah,
cool. Nothing against Liverpool, just not usually a fan.
No,
absolutely love the city and the team. So, and then of course we have to find out what all the noise is about.
It seems as a messenger it's come good news from Rome. Love the name. This guy Gluteus Maximus has been selected to represent Rome at the Olympic Games. He's one of the legionaries. And you see right down at the bottom panel here, you can see he's quite the athlete.
Yeah, he's somewhere between Johnny Bravo and I mean, I don't rate his ankles, but then the Romans and Greeks were never known for backing heroes that had strong ones anyway.
And the centurion's very pleased. He's quite proud that someone in his camps going to be going to the Olympics.
I do like the centurion's name. Gaius very ambitious.
Yeah, I love that. I like this. Meanwhile in the village is the old man Geriatrix had heard the commotion going on, and saying he was near them, said they're all cheering, it seemed to be in a good mood, and he's like, Of course, the chief's thinking, they're all thinking, don't know what to make of them, and of course, because Geriatrix is out picking mushrooms, Obelix has a suggestion. Of course, all he can generally think about is food.
Yeah, this entire page is just a confusion with two different conversations happening at the same time.
Yeah, it kind of is. And then he says, actually, we should instead of the mushrooms, go and make an omelette with them. So
yes, that's how the gourmets do it.
Yeah, but so the three of them go off together. Asterix and Getafix are there, and Getafix is like, sometimes I get the impression our friends don't take some things seriously enough. It generally isn't a good sign if the Romans are in a good mood. It's like and then Getafix makes a food pun as well.
Yeah. What do you suggest then? Let them stew in their own juice. It brings out the flavour.
Yeah.
Nice and amusing. So we're now at Aquarium with it's the duty of the, I can't pronounce that word. Kinist. This is where you see my dyslexia.
Yeah, I think it's Buccaneers. I don't know how that word's pronounced
Yeah.
either. I've got to admit.
Yeah.
So be okay. That was
Sorry, excuse my phone.
yeah. So that's it's a bit like, I suppose, a bit like the old bugler.
I would think so. Something along the lines of a herald of some sort.
Mm.
Doesn't
But,
really matter. He's just
oh no, it's
he's
not an
there
important
to.
plot point. But so it's they brought him in. They brought the athlete in here a nice supper. He's getting a star athlete treatment. I'll say that much about him. He's very much getting the star treatment here. This Gluteus Maximus. I mean, I suppose at some point we'll do it when we a bit later. We're gonna have to little get into a little little bit about the ancient Olympics at some point, I think. But so they're sort of there preparing it. He's kind of getting pampered or whatever, and he says, if you win the gold palm at the Olympics, there'll be some extra passes to the circus, and there'll be promotions all round. It's going to be good for us all. Technically, there wasn't a sort of like gold, silver, and bronze thing at the ancient Olympics. I think it was a winner take all thing.
I think it was more winner take all. Again, sports history just not my area. I'm sorry, it don't interest
It's
me.
very,
I think there was like
different.
a laurel wreath given, very similar to as in a triumph kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
but it was, but at the same time, certainly in the heyday of like the Greek world, I don't think you can understate how much prestige a winning athlete at the Olympics got. It was quite a. I mean, in a way, it was. I suppose, in a way, it was it's in a weird way a sort of embodiment of like the sort of hit of the heroes in a way of the mythology. In a
I mean,
way.
it's very much, in the same way we mythologize our sporting heroes today. It's very much in a similar style, possibly even more so. And don't forget, physical capability was a lot more important back then.
Yeah.
We're talking about, very militaristic societies, very patriarchal societies that just require everyone to be fighting fit, quite literally.
I'll mention it late. I'll mention it maybe in a bit more detail later because there's kind of a joke about it. But should just when as you said that, just mentioned weren't any women's events at the ancient Olympics. But with no. This was all very. I'm not even sure women were allowed into the stadiums. Actually, it was a bit of an all. It was a bit of an all, but it was a bit of a boys' club.
There is one story that rings a bell of a chariot racer's mother having to dress up as a man to go watch him win. And it honestly, the way I've read the story from what I remember of it off the top of my head, kind of sounds like that scene out of Life of Brian with the women at the stoning.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, our boy, he's going off to do a bit of training. Meanwhile, Asterix and Obelix going out doing have a little spot of boar hunting or whatever in the
forest.
Off the forest, and the guy goes running past them. So they go ask him, what's up with him? He says, I'll go and ask him. So Obelix comes up to it. You just watch this look on this guy's face here.
Yeah. So I mean, if I thought I was an Olympic level runner and Obelix came running and keeping up with me, I'd take a knock to the confidence as well.
Yeah, and then Asterix comes running by, so I'll leave him alone, and let's go hunt some boars. It's like,
both of them, they overtook me.
Yeah. So anyway, he's like, okay, I'm still the best at the javelin. So he throws a javelin, and then a tree gets thrown back in his face. Oh, I love it. And yeah, he's like, he's gets sorts of, oh, don't take any notice of my friends. He said, well, he threw Obelix, so he threw one at me, stick at me first. I threw one back at him.
Yeah, I will point out, Dogmatics doesn't seem all that bothered by this one.
No, I'm guessing
odd.
the tree was already fallen. I'm guessing, but
yeah.
So okay.
So he can't outrun him and he can't outthrow him. So he's going to try and outfight him now.
So he says he's the best at ordinary wrestling and boxing, both which were ancient Olympic events. Yes, combat sports. There was actually 3 that I'm aware of. That there was boxing, wrestling, and pancration, which it was a kind of a combination of boxing and wrestling. I suppose it's the only thing I could maybe in equivalent pancration to today is like the Ultimate Fighting Championships, like MMA. But
yeah, like mixed martial arts. So
yeah, that's about the only thing.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
I could definitely get into some of the events stuff a little later. So anyway, he's like tells Obelix to put his dukes out up here. I'm the best boxer and wrestler, and then he makes the mistake of calling Obelix fatty. Bang.
And of course, boof. Path.
He's out of it.
Yeah.
Then when he gets back to the camp,